93 ABC, and I'm talking with Jess Stone. So let's talk about your new album, Never Forget My Love. So you recorded it with Dave Stewart of the Eurythmics. Can you walk us through the process from writing to recording it?
Yeah, so, well, it all happened, I suppose, quite quickly. Dave had asked me to come to his place in the Bahamas. So he lives in between a little, like, tiny little hidden island in the Bahamas and Nashville. And we had a project that was ongoing. We were writing for a play called Time Traveler's Wife that will hopefully come out soon. That was an interesting writing session because we're writing about time travel. So, quite different to the album. And he said, come over. Of course, all the pandemic was kicking off. So we were like, we can't travel, Dave. No one's allowed to travel. And he goes, yes, you can. Just don't worry about it. You can travel. So we looked into it and actually we could. And when we arrived, they actually locked down 2 days afterwards. So it was like meant to be. And we spent like a month there writing for this play. And I don't know, I was just talking to him about, the dreams that I had for different types of music I wanted to make. And I said, I would love so much to make a record that's like really classy and well composed and like very deliberate in the way that it's written. Really like Burt Bacharach's music. That's how I wanted it to feel, like the Dionne Warwick, like the Dusty Springfield kind of, you don't have to say you love me vibe, really just beautiful. Because I've never made a record like that. I've made lots of different music and lots of different styles, and all of it's been very almost like free flowing. It's super soulful, but to kind of make things up and ad lib, to do that is a really welcomed thing on the music I make. But this, I didn't want to do that. I wanted it to be like, let's write the song, let's create the orchestral gorgeousness, and let's be posh. I want to be posh. And he said, well, let's do it. And he picked up a guitar and he started to do it. And then we wrote like 10 songs in like 5 days, not even. And I ended up flying to Nashville when he got there about 2 months later. And we just recorded it with the same band I used with on LP1, which was an album 10 years prior. So we all knew each other. It was like a reunion. And it was quite funny, really, because we're all sat in the same seats, 10 years later, looking at each other like, wow, you look good, It was great. And I, at that point, was 7 months pregnant. So I was thinking, oh my gosh, I need to record this record and then I need to find somewhere to live. Because we were very nomadic, Cody and I. And we recorded it. I sang with the band live, as I normally do. We ended up finding a place here in Nashville to stay for the time being, have the baby and everything. So we did all that. That was like a blessing, amazing thing to happen. And then when we came to mixing it and listening back, my vocals had been recorded completely distorted.
Oh, wow.
It was so upsetting. I was like,
I can imagine.
Oh my God. Because I tell you what, obviously when you sing a whole record, you give everything you have. And it's live, right? So we're playing together and it's like we're feeling each other. But I was heavily pregnant. So my voice was like, maybe not as strong, your lungs are being pushed into different parts of you. So my instrument was like different, but it was fine. And then I listened to it, I was like, oh my God, these recordings are not usable. And I had Violet at this time and my lungs had gone back to normal. And I thought, maybe this is a blessing in disguise. So I went to Devon to show off my baby to my family. Like, I just did the rounds, when you have a baby, you got to do the rounds. So I have a studio in Devon that's beautiful and has been like the walls have been tuned and everything. It's like a really lovely space that I don't often get to use. And my friend Chris, he's actually my sound engineer on the road. He lived half an hour away, and I said, do you mind coming to re-record all these vocals with me? And we did, and we had the loveliest time because there was no pressure. It was at my house, my baby was there, you know. Chris is one of my best friends, so we just kind of took our time with it. And I really got to know the songs more, because, you know, when you've just written a song and you're coming up with new ideas and new lyrics, I mean, when we recorded it in Nashville, I was like writing new words, you know, constantly like changing things. And at this point I really knew it, and it was almost like there was some divine intervention saying, Joss, remember, you didn't want to jam on this one. You wanted it to be more deliberate and more focused and more kind of considered. And that is exactly what it turned out to be. And now I honestly feel like really proud of the record. I feel like it's the most classy record I've ever had the pleasure of being part of. So that is a nice feeling. I'm really glad that it happened.
Yeah, I can kind of hear like there's definitely some 70s influences in there, and it just has like a timeless feel to it.
Oh, that's good.
Like it, because when I was listening to him, like I couldn't put my finger on what it kind of sounded like to me. I like, maybe it was like some Motown 70s, and it just has like that Laurel Canyon feel to it. So
that's so lovely you say that it has a timeless sound to it, because that's honestly, that's all we ever aim for. You know, yeah. The idea that somebody might listen to a record that I've made 100 years from now and still think it's good. That's good. That's like we've achieved something there, you know. Yeah,
for sure. Well, what would you say your influences were when you were writing the album?
It was definitely the Burt Bacharach style, everything that he's written, really, and certainly out of all the stuff he's made, the Dusty Springfield thing, that to me is like kind of what shaped my love for that style of music, is Dusty. And I named my dog Dusty Springfield. I love her very much. So the drama, you know, that comes with that. And then there's the Dionne Warwick like Walk On By thing that's very relaxed, but it's just very classy. Everything about it's very classy. Those songs stick in my head. Say a Little Prayer, you know, Aretha Franklin, she did, I think, the best version of that. But there's been other versions that are just as beautiful. And so I was invited to sing with Bert in London a few years ago, and I had to sing these songs, and I was like, these songs are so special. They are not just made up pieces of nothing. These are deliberate, beautiful, composed, classy, emotional. The lyrics are lovely. I know Bert didn't do the lyrics, David did, but still, I mean, that team was just such a lovely team. And and I'm singing it and I'm thinking, oh my God, my heart. It's like feeling like it's going to burst on some of these songs, you know, and I wish I could do something like that. You know, I wish I could create something like that. It's lovely enough to be able to sing it and give it the most love you can as somebody that is an instrumentalist, I suppose. I mean, I'm a singer, I'm a musician, right? But I don't play a bloody instrument, but my voice is my instrument. So to be able to interpret that and give it what it deserves fills you up. It makes you feel like, oh, I'm in the moment, you know?
Yeah.
But to be able to create something like that was what I would dream to do. And that's when I'm making the song like I Love You to the Very End. I'm thinking like, that's what I want people to feel. I want the goosebumps. And I got the goosebumps when I made that one. And breaking each other's hearts. It's like, you know, that's what I wanted. And I think, honestly, without Dave, I wouldn't have been able to, I didn't know where to start. And I tried, I'd written songs before with other writers that are lovely, but it wasn't that. It wasn't what I was talking about. And with Dave, he totally understood what I was saying. he totally hit the mark. And I thought, yeah, this is what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
It's quite exciting. So
no worries. So you worked on LP1 in Nashville as well at Blackbird Studios?
yeah.
And
Blackbird Studios.
yeah, and you started writing the new album there, correct?
So the new album we started writing that in the Bahamas when we did the other project. And so we had the songs, we went to the studio, we had them, and there were missing pieces, so with Dave, the way that he writes, it's very quick. I have a way of writing, but because I'm not a musician, I'm the singer, I always just I roll with whatever the musician is doing in a writing team. So I'll be like, okay, so the music often comes first and then my melody comes on top. So with Dave, he steers the ship in everything he does, actually. So with this writing, he'd be like, okay, we're going to make this and go from that. And then I'll sing, okay, the verse is going to say like this. And then the chorus is going to say like that. And he goes, okay, that's enough. We're good. I'm like, Dave, what about the bridge? What about every single lyric? Like, I like to sit there and write down every single lyric. And he's like, we'll get to that later. So we have to put it away. I'm like, oh no. So I would go back to the place I was staying in Bahamas, and I'd just carry on without him. I just carried on writing, and I'd send him lyrics, and he'd be like, yeah, it's nice. But he's not paying any attention because he's like, we'll do that later, Joss, you nutter. You're giving yourself extra work. And then when we ended up in the studio in Blackbird, that's when we sat down and we finished the lyrics, because he said, okay, I think maybe we should go here, maybe we should go there. He is brilliant. I'm really glad that I got to work with him. He knows how to make a good song.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, definitely. Yeah, it's really cool that he's finally getting a little bit more recognition too with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nomination. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I hope that they win that.
I do too, because I mean they were such a great band. I mean, so great.
So great, and still inspiring people today.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Even kids listen to that music and they're like, yes, this is great, because it is still great. Yeah. It's timeless.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
totally.
Yeah, definitely. Where can people pick up the album, and is there going to be a vinyl version of it as well?
I hope so. Yeah. So everything is like, but everyone blames coronavirus for everything, right? So the backlog of the vinyls, all of a sudden vinyls have become popular, so that's cool. But that means that our vinyl's coming later because there's a whole load that need to be printed, and we're kind of in a queue. But I always have vinyl, because there are people that collect it, and even if I only print 500, I just want to do that just for those people, so there will be vinyl, a limited amount, but there will be some. And as far as where you find it, I don't know, it'll be on Spotify and iTunes and Apple Music and all those. And I guess it's released tomorrow, isn't it? Oh my God.
Yeah.
So tomorrow we'll put a link up, I guess, and people can click on the link.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Oh my God, I hope people like it. What if everyone hates it?
No, I don't think people will hate it. It's so good. I was blown away by it, because I mean I've loved most of your albums, and I have to say that your last album was great too. It kind of threw me, because I wasn't expecting there to be reggae, and I was like, wow, that's actually quite brilliant, because I didn't expect it. It was so unexpected, and it was still really good.
Oh, good. I'm glad you liked it. That one, funny, because I don't know if the rest of the world knows about how much reggae influences the UK. Like, it's almost kind of like Indian food is our number one dish. Like, over anything English, we'll have a curry. With music, reggae is like the first thing you hear when you're born. I don't know why. I think it's because there's so many people from the islands there, and we have that connection through the Commonwealth. I mean, this is just my theory, but somehow reggae just lives in all of our veins, no matter what our culture is. And then when I put the record out, everyone was like, oh my God. But it's part of our food. I love that music. And also with the world tour, like different influences from all around the world, is just great. It's fun. It's definitely fun.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, and you also did a song with Nas and Damian Marley too.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. How did that?
They're so cool. Some
Yeah.
people are just like born cool, and they just are, and everything they do is so cool. And I feel like such a dork. I'm like bouncing around the studio, so excited about everything, and I can't hide it. I'm like, oh my God, they're great. And they're just like, yeah, okay. Do you want to sing? And it's lovely. It was lovely working with them. They're sweet kind of souls, especially Damien.
Yeah.
Damien, he's almost like, he's like a little reggae angel, I feel. I love his voice. I mean, I love Nas's voice too. It's a different thing, but yeah, it's just lovely working with different people from different lands and different timbres in their tone and different experiences. It's just it's a lovely life.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you also were in a group with them too, with
yeah, I was with
Super
Damien,
Heavy with Mick Jagger and too. What was that experience like? That had to been pretty cool.
It was crazy. I was like, what the hell am I doing here? How the fuck is this happening? I was like, I literally have to pinch myself. But that's because of Dave Stewart. Again, he came up with the idea. He said he stood on a hill one day in Jamaica and he heard some reggae music over there, and then he heard soul music over there, and then he heard rock music behind him, and it was all like people's radios. And he thought, oh my God, this all works together. You know, why can't we make music that mixes all these different elements? You know, and I have to say, having the Indian influence with AR was just like perfect. And I work a lot with Nitin Sawhney, who he puts like drum and bass with like classic Indian like orchestras and Indian singers that use notes that I can't even begin to imagine. I could never sing them, like they use their like semi half notes or whatever they're doing. And it's something quite like amazing to hear that combination. So yeah, to have AR's influence with the reggae and the rock and the soul, it was like, this is cool. It's kind of weird but cool. And once you get past the weirdness, and it's not, I guess that's the wrong word, but the uniqueness, once you get past the uniqueness and your ears are like open, then you get how amazing and awesome it is and how enjoyable it is. Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, really cool.
What would you say your favorite records are?
Oh, my favorite records. There's one called Faya by Sekou Coyote and Joe Driscoll. He's a rapper from New York, and Sekou, where is he from? I know he's in France right now. I think he's from Cameroon. But anyway, he plays the kora. And so they combined their two styles together. If you listen to this record again, it's like you open your ears. It's wicked. It's like hip hop mixed with beautiful African gorgeousness. And he puts his kora, which is normally played almost like a harp, they pick. He puts that through a foot pedal thing that makes it sound like an electric guitar, like he's playing like Jimi Hendrix on the kora. And it's really quite unique. And I think just because of that, I just love that record, and I keep playing it and playing it and playing it, but then I have so many records that I love, like right now I'm in Nashville, so I'm listening to country music. I never really liked country music before. I thought it was really cheesy. We don't really have much country music in the UK. It's like it never really made it there. I don't know why. Like, we know Jolene and we know 9 to 5, but we don't know anything else. So as a young girl, I thought it was really kind of cheesy and didn't find it cool at all. And I was like, no. But honestly, I think it's gorgeous. Some of the songs made me cry.
Yeah,
Like
for sure.
literally, I mean, I'm driving along in my car listening to the radio and I'm like crying. But yeah, so the soundtrack to Oh Brother Where Art Thou?
Yeah.
I got into some of those songs. Like I sing that one, Go to Sleep, You Little Baby. I sing that to my baby. And I just love it. I love the harmonies in there. It's just like, this is really just like putting on a blanket of comfort and joy. Is just nice, man. So yeah, I'm really glad to like be in the land of that. I need to
Yeah.
learn more about it and get more records like that. But Alison Krauss is like, she's my go-to at the moment. So
Yeah. Yeah. She's definitely pretty amazing.
oh, so amazing.
Yeah.
So lovely, lovely, lovely. You
Yeah.
know,
Definitely.
nothing annoying about that. That's for
No.
sure.
No.
You know, so I was so wrong. But that's the joy of music. And you know, the tour I did, we included every country in the world. So when we did our collaborations, every place we went, we said, I want to kind of listen to the music of the land and become part of the music of the land. So we found an artist in each place where they may have been well known, they may have just been the guy that sings in the pub. And I learned so much about different sounds and how beautiful music is and how you can mix it all together so easily.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, pretty special.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of which, your foundation is still active, right? And people can.
Yeah, people can donate to the foundation. So I set it up so we could support a lot of the charities that we visited. We've got little projects going on. At the moment, I actually just got an email with an update from one of them. It's really sweet. There was I visited this charity in Iraq called Jinder, and it was probably one of the saddest ones that like really like hurt my heart to learn about what was going on. There was these not girls, there was families, thousands of them. It's almost like the Holocaust, what happened. They were stolen, their entire families, their entire villages. They were stolen by ISIS. Most of the men were killed and the women were used as slaves in ISIS. So some of them were lucky enough to be bought back by, if they had any family left. Or some of them escaped, which is really hard to do. But it was just the most sick story. And I spoke to the women there, young women, you know, and they'd been in these refugee camps now because now they've finally freed themselves from ISIS. Of course, they have all the trauma that comes with that. They've lost everybody they know and love, pulled out from just a normal life, you know. And now they're living in Iraq. It's just so awful thing. And I'm thinking, how can I help them? How can you help someone that has gone through that? And how can you take that away from them? So every time I visit a charity, whether it be an animal charity where they adopt dogs, you know, there's lots of different issues in the world, but there's lots of people trying to help all of those issues all over the world. And each time I go and I talk to them, I interview them for 4 hours, just so I can make them a little video so they can get some donations or something small, you know. And I'm thinking, I don't know how to help. I don't know how to make this okay. Or even a donation is like not even, it's not going to help. What are you going to do? Give them some, like, you can't take away that pain. So I always ask, like, how can we help you? And the girl was like, we just don't want to be living in these camps anymore. And we want to be able to like get jobs because they're from a different culture. They're Yazidi women. So they speak a different language to everyone else there. And they've lost the opportunity to get any kind of type of education or anything. So I come up with an idea that actually I think is helping some of them. And it's a simple thing, sounds simple and sounds silly, but it's working to a point. So we've with the donations from everyone, and a little bit of, I'll put in as much as I can. Every time I do a gig, every time I do anything, I'm trying to put into this foundation. But the people that are helping, they need to know that every time they do that, it's helping people. So we set up a nail salon in the camp to bring the women together so they can talk, because they still do all that. They have weddings and stuff. They do hair and makeup and all that. It's all very girly. And we sent people to get them certified. So I don't know if you've ever walked down the street in New York, but there's obviously nail salons on on every block. If they can learn a skill that is transferable, that means that if they are able to get to Australia, and some of them do get sent to Australia, some of the refugees do, they can get a job there, and they can find enough within themselves, to be able to say, I'm certified, I am a skilled worker, and I am great working with women. We chat all day long. We talk about our woes. We talk about our happiness. We talk about everything, which is super important for their mental health. And then they can go into Dohuk, into the town, and hopefully pull themselves out of it, and be able to have a legitimate job. So that's what we've set up right now. And they are absolutely loving it, So I don't know how many of the women in that camp we can touch, but we've certainly got to a good fair few, and hopefully that will make their lives just a little bit better. So that's what we do. We come up with random ideas and we try and do it. So like in Libya, we met this group of refugees again, that they were just simply trying to document their dead, because the people that had attacked them had taken all of their documents and just completely destroyed them. So there was no history of these people that had passed. And they have felt so gutted by that, because they can't do anything. They can't make the government stop. There is no government there. They can't, there's no protection. There's nothing. There's no police force. There's just groups of militia. That's it. So this guy, again, I was like, how the fuck am I going to help that? I can't help that. Yeah, we can give you food, but they have food set up. And he said, I want to learn to speak English, because I don't think the UN are listening to me. I don't think they're understanding me. I want to be able to communicate. And so now we've set that up. So they've got lessons, and that took ages to set up because it's such a dangerous place. Some people don't want to go and teach them. And then the first guy, he just didn't turn up for the lessons, so I don't know if it's because it's too dangerous or what. I mean, the teacher was like, but anyway, we found someone now, and they're onto their second tier, and they're learning. And I got a message from him. He's so happy, even if it comes to nothing, at least they're coming together and doing something positive. So it's good for their head. So yeah, that's what we do. And it's all small projects because we don't have a lot of money, but we do little ones, and it helps.
Yeah, that's truly inspiring to do something like that, to try to give back to various communities too.
I try to help where I can. And I think there are moments where I think I can't, but you don't always have to give up so easy, hey? And there's a lot of people around the world that just want to help too. And if they don't have the means to get on a plane and go there or be a teacher or something, they can donate. And that's the nice thing, if it's 10 quid, how many cups of coffee is that at Starbucks? It's actually, it makes it easy for people. So that's nice. I'm glad that we can do it.
Yeah. So recently you had to cancel the tour because you gotten COVID. So are you going to be rescheduling the tour dates and maybe expanding to the US?
I really want to reschedule them this year, and everyone's talking about moving it to next year, but I don't want to. I want to do it this year. So I'm really hoping that the venues are going to be, have an available date that works, and because now it's all logistical nightmare, isn't it? But
Yeah.
I just want to get to those places, those venues, those people, and I want to play for them. So I don't want it to be like all lost just because of a stupid illegal virus.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating to me.
Yeah.
Normally back in the day, I'd have had to still play.
Yeah.
Virus or no virus,
Yeah.
So, but, not anymore. Now it's lockdown, not allowed outside, which is probably, to be honest, that was actually probably a blessing, because this one was really tough,
Yeah.
and my voice was not good, and we had fever. Everyone in the house had fever, but it's okay. We just have to get back out there, and I said, Corona piss on our fire, we'll make another one,
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll do it.
Yeah, for sure.
It was so fun. We had such good gigs, man. The first 4 were like, oh, this is brilliant. The band was so good. Yeah. I was like, oh my God, we're finally out. And it's so fucking fun to have everyone feeling free, after feeling so constrained, so stuck, so controlled. We felt free. It was good. So hopefully we'll get there again. We will. Yeah.
So are you still running your own record label? And
no. I tried that. I wasn't very good at that, I have to say. Okay. I'm not really a very good businesswoman, I've learned. I just gave away all my money, and like I kind of I funded a lot of things, but nothing really ever came back. I think you have to know how to run a business, but I did have a nice time doing it. Some friends of mine, they have a band called Yes Sir Boss, or had a band. They don't do it anymore. But back in the day when I did my record label, that was the band I put out on our label. And it was so fun. We did have a lovely time. And you know what? They got a good kind of career out of it. They were able to tour around Europe, So in a way, it really did. It might have been a charity from my perspective, but so what? A lot of people got good music in their hands, and they ended up being able to tour, and it was great for them. It was really great and fun for me, because I got to help my friends. So, but yeah, no, I'm not very good at that. I think I'll just stick to singing.
Well, you are good at that, so yeah.
Some days, as long as I haven't got the bloody virus, I'm all right.